the next experiment, I am going to show you the process of purification of water. The removal of all unwanted particles. For example, the dust particles from the water. So, we remove the dust particles from the water and make the unclean, that is the dirty water, into pure clean water. So, there are many methods for this. I am going to show you two methods today. So, the first process is related to gravity separation. So, shall we begin? You will need two glasses, two identical bowls I am using here. You will need some dust particles. Here I am using sand. And you will need water. And to purify this, we are going to use tissue paper. So, shall we begin? I will start by pouring water into the first bowl. And I am adding the impurities. So, this type of purification can be used to purify the water that has impurities that are heavy, that is, the impurities that sink to the bottom. So now the water is unclean. So now look carefully how I am going to make it pure. So see how I am folding the paper. You need to do exactly how I folded it and dip one end of it into the water and the other end into the empty bowl. So now can you see how the tissue is absorbing the water? And notice it is absorbing only the water and leaving the dust particles behind. So only clean water is going to come here. But to do this, you will need patience, as this may take a few hours. If you look carefully, you can see the water traveling along the length of the tissue. So now, can you notice? The water has traveled throughout the length of the tissue and you can see some drops of water in the other bowl, right? So if you wait for some time, all the water from this bowl will get transferred to that bowl, leaving the dust particles behind. Therefore, we have our purified water. So this is the process called purification. We had a bowl of water with impurities, and I already told you this method of purification can only be used for the water that is contaminated with dust particles that are very dense, that is, that they are heavier than water, they sink to the bottom. So now when the water gets absorbed, only the water is absorbed and the dust particles are left behind. So this is how we purify water that has silica material. So now can you see some drops of water here? So if you give it some more time, all the water from this bowl will get transferred there. It will leave the dust particles or the contaminants behind. So we get clean water. So this is how the process of purification takes place.